Hey y'all, it's your girl Diabla, and I am back at it again with another video. I always got one question for y'all.
Did you miss me?
Before we get into this topic for today, y'all gotta make sure that y'all are liking, y'all are commenting, and y'all are also thumbsing up the video because it helps me so much. Make sure to have your post notifications on so that you know whenever I upload a video, a podcast, a reaction, if I breathe, whatever, if you just want to keep up with me, keep your post notifications on because we are going to be talking a lot of shit in the upcoming months. I have a video for you guys after this video, which is based on just Hollywood going insane. So you guys should definitely stay tuned for that video coming up next. The topic of today's video is the rap girlies are losing the plot and pissing me the fuck off. So let's jump right into this video. All right, so I'm gonna start off with something that was not on my 2024 bingo card, which is Bia versus Cardi B. Yes, you read that correctly. So for whatever reason under the sun, Bia and Cardi B are into it. I don't really understand why, but I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of backstory. We're going to run through this real quick because this is just kind of stupid. And then I'll give you guys my commentary after I run through just the history of what's going on. So I don't know how we go from being cool to being, windmilling on Twitter, but the girlies used to be cool. So I'm going to post up the tweet right here. Some years ago, I don't know if it was like in 2021, 2020, I think it was 2021, Bia had congratulated Cardi on Bodak Yellow going #1. Cardi responded to her saying that, she thought she was a great artist, and everything seemed to be cool. Now, the issue really came in when Cardi put out her Like What freestyle. So back in July 2023, Bia had a EP or a mixtape called Really Her. And on that mixtape, she had this song called I'm That Bitch, which was featuring the infamous Missy Elliott She's That Bitch beat. Cardi also sampled this beat on her Like What that came out in March 2024. That right there, for some reason, caused some type of issue, but I didn't really understand because everybody uses that beat. Even Flo Milli sampled that beat on, I'll post the song up, but I know that she sampled that beat on a song. So let's just put that to the side. For some reason, Bia engaged with a fan page. The fan pages be setting the girlies up and they fall for the okie doke every single time. This comment that basically said that I guess that Bia was on Cardi B's mood board and she left all these like cringing emojis underneath it. When you listen to the freestyle, there's a sample at the end, which was a sample to Cardi's song that came out, I think, a month later. In the song, I can't play the clip right here, so I'll just have to play like the little small samples and I'll put them side by side.
Yeah. Okay.
Felt like these two ad-libs sounded the same or sounded similar. They sound identical to me, but I don't know what that means. I'm not about to fight about no ad-libs. In April 2024, Dreezy had a song called Bitch Duh, and she put a couple of people on the remix. She put Lakia, she put Ken the Man, and she also put Bia. So Bia took it upon herself, which I do respect because it is music. This is what she actually said. She said, and I quote, hold on, I gotta find it. I heard bitches popping shit. How you say you run it down, but you can't walk on the beat? I ain't know I had a op cause she don't say shit to me. I'ma cop me a new gun before I cop me a plea. Cardi copped that plea in court and then also copping a plea like being scary when somebody press you. Heard they want my low, I dropped it in Dubai. I can never turn my phone on just to cry on a live. Which we all know when Cardi B lost her marbles a couple of months ago, crying about the fact that her and Offset are always going through some bullshit.
And you really been fucking doing me dirty after so many fucking years that I motherfucking helped your ass. Not even a fucking thank you that I got for your bitch ass.
Anyways, I hate a sneaky nigga, pick a side. If you want to get up with me, tell that bitch that we're outside. So, in the following month, May 31st, which was like maybe 2-3 days ago, Cardi B came out with her Wannabe mix, which was featuring her, Megantheestallion, and Glorilla. Now, on this mix, there's a part in there which I believe was directed towards Bia, in my opinion, where she says, "Guess I'm a teacher since she wanna sub me. She did what? Had no idea. Thought she was on the shelf, IKEA. Hope she talk like that when I see her. Bitch, please, don't nobody wanna be her. Cheap looking asshole, weak looking asshole, great value me looking asshole. These bitches be pussy, delete every tweet looking asshole." Which I believe is referring to when Bia got that collab on Whole Lotta Money with Nicki Minaj. For some strange reason, she felt the need to delete all her tweets, which I didn't like because it's like, Bia, you a whole grown woman. You know, that's weird. That happened. That same night, Bia was windmilling on Twitter. I guess, you know, she was kikiing and all that shit with the fans. She then went on live later on that night. I will give her that respect. She went on live later that night and she sampled, I guess, the diss track that Cardi B may have been speaking on, and she was responding. I can't keep up with it.
You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I see right through you. You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I see right through you. Got a dark soul, got a bright future. I'ma let her know. I'm a sharpshooter. You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I see right through you. You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I see right through you. Go ahead, tell your hubby you ain't innocent.
Put it on your name since you so gangster like your fucking friends. Put it on your hubby since you love lying on your vows. I write all my verses. I can do this shit for hours. I'll be damned if I let her go inside my house. We here, Bia, because what is that? Your money long and you split that, your niggas say that it's ours. Put her ass in the ground till she had to give me my flowers. I was up in the Bronx and they said I'm good in the towers. Put that shit on God that you ain't changed your face to mine. I'll get on your ass so I don't have to waste no time. Say you love yourself, but bitch, you wouldn't put that on your kids. All that surgery and how your body looks so mid. Thought your ass was for the culture, you was just trying to ride the wave, which I think is a play on her kids' culture and wave. You should be home with your kids, cause bitch, you speak like second grade. How these bitches getting brave, heard this whole dude brujeria. Wrote this shit after I prayed. Go and call up Party cause we gonna bake her ass a cake. I guess referring to the fact that Partisan Fontaine writes all of her raps. I feel like that response from Bia, I think the hook was trash. But the bars themselves weren't bad. I mean, it's not like they're really up here like really going bar for bar. Cardi did a 20-minute live about the situation, and she threatened to sue Bia if she put out this diss track. So I'll just let you guys see the clip right here.
So, like I said, after we got off the phone and the music video came out, she claimed that I'm copying now with the music video style. And it's like, oh, so it was never about a misunderstanding. And it is more than a phone call. Like, it's like, you doing internet shit, whatever. Whole point is, I ignored her, whatever. Then, fast forward, I don't know if it's 3 weeks, a month. Yeah, make the dates. Yeah, put the date. But now that I see the fake diss record that you trying to put out, that was you all along. And it's like, this is my thing, right? There's so many people on Twitter say so many crazy shit about me. They talk about my face. They talk I can't rap and this and that. You could come at me at any angle. You're gonna lie on my bitch. You lying on my fucking. When you lie about my, I'ma sue you, and you gotta come with receipts.
I had to cut the clip kind of short because Cardi's always nagging me. This is what I'll say about the whole situation. Bia and Cardi B come from two completely different worlds. Bia is a ghostwriter or writer, whatever you would call it. Cardi B is a social personality rapper type. Even though they may be rappers, if I was a writer, I would never argue with someone, if we're in the music industry, who don't write their rap. That conversation seems pointless to me. 2, Bia to me she don't have the spine to really do this with Cardi, because Cardi can do this all day, right? It ain't like she has, I don't know, an album to drop or, anything to do. I will say this, I can promise you that we are not interested in a beef between Cardi and Bia. I think the world is taking this Kendrick and Drake, Megan and Nicki thing a little bit too far. All the people I just named write really good music, they're MCs. It's fun when you're able to write and rap and kind of have that competitive sport. Cardi B threatening to sue Bia, that's not hip hop. But Cardi B irks my nerves because, one, she hasn't put an album out in 7 years, but yet she always finds time to engage in bullshit, and that's what really irritates me. I feel like Cardi B loves to stay in drama, because why else address someone like Bia who isn't even really in her stratosphere? It just seems very tactical to me, very manipulative in my opinion. And 3, I just feel as though when you get to a place in a rap battle or a rap beef where you tell someone, I'm going to sue you if you put out a rap, I just think that's very hypocritical. Nicki didn't sue Megan didn't sue Nicki, Drake, Kendrick, no, when you start talking about suing people, that's when you lose all points for me. That is not hip hop. And I think that Cardi is not gonna last very long in this industry if she keeps playing gangsta or playing gang member. She wants to run to the courthouse and sue people. I'm not into that. So I think that they should wrap this up. I think that we don't want to hear this shit. And I think that Cardi has an album to put out. She has more pressing things to worry about than being on the internet arguing with somebody who is really not even in her competition. And I think Bia just needs to leave it alone. I think Bia is barking up the wrong tree. And I think that all these women could really be doing other things. So yeah, on to the next topic. So the next topic we have is Miss Erica Banks. I know, right? Talking about Erica Banks in 2024, craziness. Or I don't even understand how we even got to this topic. But Miss Erica Banks has been in the news lately for being delusional and having a really bad botched BBL. Now, let me start this off by saying I'm not the biggest Erica Banks fan because I just don't like how she came into this industry and she let Carl 1501, whoever is over there, really shape her whole existence to be a replica of another woman. I feel like, have you no shame? You know what I'm saying? Couldn't no man convince me to be pressed about no woman, especially not a woman that I have never met. Right? So when Erica is constantly throwing these bones trying to get Megan's attention, it takes away from the fact that she can actually rap. She's not the best rapper, but she can actually rap. I feel like when Erica got her body done, I feel like her raps changed. I don't know if I'm the only person that feels that way. And I feel like that's not what I'm looking for. Everyone kind of looks the same. Everyone's giving us pussy rap, all that stuff. We have Megan for that. I feel like Erica needs to focus on her career and not focus on getting her body done and how she looks on Instagram Live. That's number 1. Number 2, she recently did an interview with the Neighborhood Talk, and she had this to say.
Known as the Flow Queen, you put out a freestyle to Gucci Mane's I Think I Love Her, and Megantheestallion put out a freestyle to the same song. Now, I saw that you pinned a comment on one of your posts saying that you want to go freestyle with her. Would you really be open to doing that? And how do you feel about Megantheestallion doing, freestyles on the same beat as you?
Everybody can do, freestyles on whatever beat they choose, but it's the big difference between me and you.
Period. Okay.
Now, I will agree on one thing. There is a huge, gigantic, I don't even think enormous, I don't even think I could find any more words in the thesaurus to say that there is a huge difference between you and Megan. Megan never has mentioned Erica Banks. It's been 5 years. They were on the same label. They've never met each other. They've never had a conversation. So I never really understand where this coming from, but I mean, I get it, right? Clout chasing, you gotta do what you gotta do to bring the views. But I feel as though her constantly trying to put herself up next to Megantheestallion just makes her look very pressed. It makes her look very obsessed. It makes her look very bothered. And I don't think that's the realm she needs to be going on. That's number one. Number two, Vish right here, her doctor needs to be in prison. Okay, Erica wasn't the most, I don't know what IG aesthetic looking girl before, but she was a pretty girl. So I don't understand. Maybe she let society, maybe she let social media pressure her, but this right here, this is an atrocity. Erica should spend more time pushing her rap career, giving us some more bust hits, throw some mo's, things like that part of her music. But her constant talking, clout chasing, every time she opens her mouth, she just says some really dumb, ignorant shit. She should focus on herself, stop trying to be in competition with Megan, and just let go of the delusions, girl, because I'm tired of hearing it. So on my next topic, we're going to be talking about Pumpkin Spice, aka Ice Spice, who has, Ice Spice has been doing pretty good. I feel like after her two collabs with Nicki, she has kind of fallen off. I know she had that song Pretty Girls featuring, I think his name is Rumi. Don't kill me, but I really don't be knowing these guys' names. And she recently did that I Think You're the Fart. She had a song that she more recently put out called Give Me the Light. That song was one of the worst things I've ever heard. I feel like the feature she did prior to that with the Cash Cobain, For Sure, I really like that song. I actually play it every day. I like the beat. I like how she came in on the song. But this Give Me the Light, like, why are you yelling at me? I feel like the visuals were gorgeous, beautiful. The girls are always gonna look nice. But I feel like Ice is too early in her career to have this kind of low momentum. I know her album's coming out in July. She posted her album cover the other day. So I know that's kind of her plans. Hopefully she has some bangers on there. Because if Give Me the Light is the lead single for the album, then Pumpkin Spice is in trouble. Because that is horrendous. I'm surprised Sean Paul would even clear something so egregious. But she is supposed to be in this new movie with Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. She does have an album coming out. So hopefully Ice will do it again this summer, just like she did last summer. I just want her to focus more on her actual raps, how the songs sound. I feel like she... no pun intended, is also losing the plot, because after her best friend came out and exposed her, it really has affected her career. So I think she's gonna have to kind of get back on script and figure out what it is that she can do to kind of resurrect her career, because 1 year is really short for you to fizzle out as an artist. But yeah, I wish her the best of luck. I hope that her album sounds absolutely nothing like that Give Me the Light shit that she put out. And I hope that she's here to stay. I hope that she really does the internal work that's needed to be done in order to stay. So yeah. Let's get on to the last topic. Now, my last topic is Miss Koi Fish, aka coileray. If anyone who doesn't know coileray, you probably living under a rock, but she had that huge song. I think it's called No More Parties. No More Party Favors, something like that. She had the feature Blick Blick with Nicki Minaj, and then more recently she was nominated for a Grammy for her song Players, which I like that song. My boyfriend loves that song. So Koi has been doing pretty good for herself. But in the last year, I feel like, where is Koi? Like, I feel like Koi put out her album. I think it was her self-titled album mixtape. And to me, Koi is a little sporadic with the way that she carries her brand and her career. It feels like she hasn't really found her core audience yet. I noticed that when I go to her social media, she has a huge following on social media. But as we have seen with a lot of these girls, just because you have 12 million followers doesn't mean that 12 million people are going to actually buy your album. People are fickle and they be lying and shit. Like, people be lying and shit. They will leave hearts underneath your pictures and not even buy your album. That's how fake and phony people are with their support nowadays. I know that she had some type of feature with Shensia. I think they were in Jamaica. I know she recently put out that EP where she had like the blue sparkly stuff. And then I think she did this song called Lemon Drop. But Koi kind of seems like the kind of person that when she puts something out and it doesn't work out right then and there, she kind of just moves on. And I feel like as an artist, if no one's gonna believe in your projects, you yourself have to believe in them. And I feel like Koi has to spend more time really, you know, standing her ground in terms of what her brand is, instead of just being all over the place. She's modeling, she's pole dancing, she's just all over the place. You know, I feel like she needs to center herself and really figure out what it is that she's doing, because a year or two ago, Koi was like next up to be like one of the newer versatile female rappers, and nowadays it feels like you don't even hear about her. She's another one who has just completely lost the plot. So yeah, those are just my opinions. I didn't really want to make this video too long or too in-depth. I just kind of felt like, me being on social media, me being on Instagram, me being on Twitter, I noticed that a lot of the rap girlies, they just get caught up in the social media aspect of it. They get caught up in the influencer aspect. It feels like a lot of them are losing the plot. A lot of them are more wrapped up in drama and, you know, how they look and the aesthetic. And that's all great, because you have to have a good aesthetic, right? Any star has to have a good aesthetic. But my issue is, what about the quality of the work? And I think that's what's starting to become an issue, and that's where they're losing the plot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for staying to the end of the video. If you guys have any opinions, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, if you want to curse me out, if you want to sing me praises, I welcome all types of commentary. Just remember, keep it cute in my motherfucking comments, because I will curse y'all the fuck out. Okay? Bye.